Barcelona are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Who do you... Real chance! Oh, easy pickings there. Played out wide. Bale gets over and intercepts. Darren Fletcher. Bellingham. And he's making progress on the ball. He has found the way through. Swept in. Rijkaard. Van Basten.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Darren Fletcher. And it's Bellingham. Showing great feet there. Now it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That's been cut out, well played. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Knocks it out wide. Piqué cuts out the pass. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Fletcher. Bellingham. He has a look up. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Forlan. And it's Mendes. It's a throw-in. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Darren Fletcher. For Bale. Bellingham. Darren Fletcher. Gives it back.
Modern football for you.
And a chance! Goal! Barcelona! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision.
Decent chance! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Van Basten, and he shoots! Goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Neymar! It's hit the upright. Bellingham. And here's Messi. And here's Neymar. And this is Forlan. There's the whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Barcelona are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Out towards the flank. Bellingham is flagged offside. Adams. And it's Piqué. Ball played for Conte. And it's Mendes. Ronaldinho. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's managed to get free. Terrific header! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Neymar. Bellingham. Now it's Van Basten. Nicely worked. And the shot's on here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Neymar. And it's Ronaldinho. Played into space. Thinks about the shot. And the shot!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No.
Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Looking to play him in. There's the header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Barcelona blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. He's found a way through. And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered through. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Tony Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Barcelona have reclaimed it. Now it's Mbappe. Thinks about the shot. Plays a sharp little ball here. And it's Royce. Bale does really well to win the ball there. Rijkaard. Messi. Ball played for Rijkaard. Darren Fletcher. Bellingham. The less said about that pass, the better. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
That has been slung wide. Bellingham. Bale made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Throw in. And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Messi goes short. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Van Basten is onto this. He has found the way through. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Neymar is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, super ball! And he's straight offside. Royce. Dunk. Too strong for his opponent there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Neymar. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Lewandowski going about things with real menace. Van Basten.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they've got a throw. Bale, quick look, then plays it in. And he's there to clear it. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Mbappe. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Always onto this. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Danger averted for now. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer has been caught there. It's a foul. It seems on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Madrid have their second corner now. Messi with the short one. Looking for options for movement. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. And here's Nunez. And this is Lewis. And he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. And that's played in low. Oh, this is a great chance! It's in! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So we have had the first... Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. So that goal then?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Madrid could not have picked a better time to... Can he finish? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Oh, super find. And he's there to get it away. Five minutes to add. And here's Nunez. It's Luis Suarez! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Great vision. Bellingham is in a really good position out wide. Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Keeper's dealt with that. And now they can spring out of defence. Here's a chance! Always going over the top.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, that's a key interception. Belletti. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Raul. First quarter of an hour gone. He's being urged to shoot. Tries a shot! Oh, the balls, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Morocco! There is the breakthrough. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Morocco have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Bellingham. Jorginho is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for Van Basten! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Bellingham. He's in space and looking for options.
Well played and well cleared. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rafinha. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? Dunk cuts out the pass. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Courtois gets it away.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Defending was strong and firm. Great ball if he can get there. Aubameyang header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And here's Aubameyang. Shoots! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. A horrible... And the referee brings the first half to a close. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Ah, he's given it away. Bale. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their...
Takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Morocco find a position of real strength now. Morocco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Bellingham. Bellingham!
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Just about up to 75 minutes. And there's a searching pass. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Tries to play it through. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Mbappe! Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose. In he goes again! Opts to play it back. David Villa is onto this. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And here's Van Basten. Now it's Forlan. And it's Hakimi. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Raul. Raul. He is through here. Decent chance! And with that, the final whistle. Barcelona suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in.
Goes for a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely shaped ball. It's a goal kick. Ambitious ball here. Dunk cuts it out. And here's the pull. Now it's Van Basten. That's a cute ball. He's in a great position here. Alexander-Arnold. Manchester United finding their passes. Big chance! He's scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Dunk gets it clear. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rice. Now he's got space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bale. Darren Fletcher. Mbappe. Rice. Raul. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been played through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Searching pass he's played there. Bellingham. Mbappe. And he was quick to react. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Raul. Nice interception, well timed. Darren Fletcher. Hakimi threads one in, and he's worked it through. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Barcelona take the lead.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Dunk is the team's great visionary.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Hakimi. Shot could shoot! No mistake! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Aimed beyond the defence. That's been cut out, well played. It's not an especially good pass, that. Raul. And here's Vieri. Rummenigge. And he's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that's really well manoeuvred. Tries to pass it through. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's shifted. He's having a shot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Raul. Out towards the flank. Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rijkaard. Rummenigge. Rummenigge!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Tries to get it clear. Real chance! James. And the referee brings it to a close. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. How would you sum up what we've...
To their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Tries to play it through. That's been cut out, well played. That is lovely. Van Dijk does well to get it back. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. David Villa. Kukçu. It's Bellingham. Out to the left it goes. Ronaldinho. He has found the way through. He's dealt with that really well. Has to look up and drives it forward. And he's managed to gift it back.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Hakimi. Now it's Villa. Now it's Van Basten. Bellingham. Bellingham. Drive. And the shot! He scored! That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bale gets a foot in here. Looking for options for movement.
Pretty robust defending.
That's the throw. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, he's played it in low. Al Nassr with the corner. There first. Up he goes! Iran are looking to go forward now. Now it's Pulisic. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Oh, played right into his path. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bellingham, Kukçu. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Al Nassr have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And the second half gets underway. Al Nassr carrying a one-goal lead. Al Nassr do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Pete.
John, surely! He has done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Al Nassr are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And he's managed to get for it's Alonso! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Thinks one through. He won't be happy with that one. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Just about up to the hour now. No, again, there's no way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Played out to the left flank. Ronaldinho. He's found a way through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Al Nassr finding their path. Ronaldinho! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ronaldinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Can he get it through? Spread neatly. No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Al Nassr can consider themselves just about safe now. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, there's the shot! All right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Dealing with the pressure. No, he's missed it!
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
And that will be it. Al Nassr are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. David Villa claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Al Nassr definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front. We're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, they've got it again. That is good alertness. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's a searching pass. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, shooting chance! He's scored! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Bale demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Maldini gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Xabi Alonso is behind this one.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be...
Alonso! Just off target.
Xabi Alonso certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Hakimi makes the interception. Xabi Alonso. He's in a great position here. Park Ji-sung. He's free. He has got space. Opts to play it back. Ambitious ball here. Floated through. Brahim Diaz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Xabi Alonso. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Hakimi. Park Ji-sung really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And he's intervened well there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Park Ji-sung. Costa Curta. And this is Raul. The ball swung in. Takes a shot! There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's been won straight back. Lampard. And here's Bale. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Xavi Alonso. Lampard. Alexander-Arnold.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Great chance! Oh, that probably deserved better.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. He won't be happy with that one. It's not an especially good pass, that. Just about up to the hour now. And this is Bale. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Bale. Park Ji-sung. Quality ball. Maldini tries to clear. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Eder Militao kept his eye on it, and he's there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Ah, such a clever touch. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's quick to snatch it back. Oh, that's it's Bale! So close to drawing level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And that's really well manoeuvred. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
And he's heaved it away. Park Ji-sung. And he's played it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And claimed it back swiftly. Can he get on the end of this? And he's shot a goal! They've scored! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And that will be the final act. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.